The chapter describes the death of Sarah and the first portion of land acquired by Abraham in Canaan, the promised land. The text seems like just an explanation about the burial. However, upon reading it, we understand how much it shows about faith, obstinacy, and the fulfillment of God's promises, even in difficult circumstances like death. Sarah was the mother of Isaac, the long-awaited son of Abraham. She was 127 years old when she passed away, being the first in Abraham's family to die. For dignity and respect, the body should be placed somewhere. And at that time, it was customary to bury the dead in caves. Abraham, who is in Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, asks the sons of Het to grant him the cave of Machpelah so that he can bury Sarah, his wife. To negotiate such a purchase, it was necessary to be in the presence of an assembly of community leaders. However, being at a disadvantage, Abraham admitted that he was a foreigner and resident. Therefore, he made a great appeal to the sons of Het to be able to buy the land as a place for burial. Abraham gained the consent of Het's relatives, who called him a prince of God among them. Thus, Abraham spoke to Ephron, the owner of the cave of Machpelah, saying that he would like to negotiate and pay for the property. Ephron offered to give the cave as a gift, but Abraham did not accept. He wanted the title to property, which could only occur through purchase. Ephron then mentions a price for the burial site of 400 shekels, which were silver coins. Moreover, Abraham immediately took the money and weighed the requested amount, thus becoming the owner of the cave and of part of the land, of all the trees in the field, and of what was within its boundaries. Everything was confirmed and authenticated by the assembly. Then, a part of the land now belonged to Abraham and his descendants. Sarah was buried in this cave of Machpelah. About the death of Sarah, we see that the promise was fulfilled, and from this, Abraham acquires the property in the land of Canaan. It also catches my attention that Abraham was not spared this affliction, burying a loved one. In John 16:33, Jesus said, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart. I have overcome the world." This is common to all of us who are on earth. Death awaits us all. In the end, what matters is for whom we bow on earth. This one will come to receive us and take our soul. If it is God's will, Jesus Christ will come to receive us with the angels and take us to the Father. In John 14 it says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house, there are many rooms. If it were not so, I would have told you, for I am going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also." Sarah was received by the Father and had an honorable funeral by her life partner. We then observe the objectivity of life and faith. The death of Sarah reminds us that even for the most blessed by God, affliction and loss are part of the cycle and the journey. However, Abraham did not let grief paralyze him. He felt the pain, but acted with faith and hope. His teaches us not to give up in the face of losses, uncertainties, or suffering, but to keep believing in what God has promised. The respect that Abraham had for his beloved, in a dignified and just manner, shows us that faith is not an excuse to act foolishly or opportunistically. Being a Christian means having honesty and rectitude, even when others offer shortcuts or controversial benefits. We also see the importance of planning for tomorrow. For as followers of Jesus, we need to have this principle of discernment, to ask ourselves what we are building today for our family and for future generations. Thus, the chapter reveals to us that we are only pilgrims in this world and we are just passing through. For our permanent home is not here, but in the heavens above, in the house of the celestial Father. And for this reason, we must turn our gaze to God's promises, waiting as stated in Revelation 21:4. The New Jerusalem, where there will be no more pain, sorrow, crying, or death. Glorious God! Did you like the content? Leave your like, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more inspirational messages.